Welcome to the King version 2 channel. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Don't be stingy, because everything is free. Thank you.
Meghan Markle once shocked people by saying, "I'm a hugger." So relatable. I loathe people who say that because they usually mean is that they feel entitled to invade your personal space whether you like it or not. And it's often used as a power move. I've literally had someone tell me, "I know you don't like hugs, but I'm going to hug you anyway." Okay, but I hope they like getting clocked. And it's also meant to shame you if you don't like it by implying that you're in the wrong, because what kind of terrible person doesn't like hugs? It's such a nice gesture. Clearly, only a warm and giving person is a hugger, right? Does anyone else get told to hug so-and-so, or give so-and-so a hug, or let so-and-so hug you? And you were considered disrespectful if you said no. I used to run when my relatives arrived. As long as you weren't standing in plain sight, they usually forgot. Hugging is used as a power move, and used to imply that there's something wrong with you if you don't like being hugged. You know that Harry's wife uses hugging this way, the same way she uses holding hands. It's all about control and manipulation. There are times when it's painful if someone touches my skin, and if you do, I will make sure I'm not the only one hurting. Agree that for the last 25 to 30 years, huggings replaced the handshake in Southern California. To me, it's horrifying. The distance between two Californians always shocks me. When I lived in San Francisco, it was odd and creepy when a retail clerk actually spoke to you beyond "have a nice day" at the end of a transaction. They act like people from the Deep South, chatty, touchy, overly friendly, but in the least sincere way imaginable, whereas in the real South the people are sincere, but still a little creepy. The going to hug you anyway thing especially is so irksome. It is such a power move to show what kind of generous hugger you are, whether or not the other person is up for it. I am not comfortable with hugs for the most part, so I caught on to Meghan's game with that one right away. She uses it to put other people below her. I still feel for the woman who tried to curtsy to her when Megs went in for the hug. So awkward, but she probably thought it made her look more warm. There is a clip of her hardcore forcing a hug on this poor woman. I felt so bad for the lady. I'll try and track it down, though watching it again is like pouring acid in my eyes. As someone who didn't even like her mother hugging her as a child, much less total strangers, this is literally my nightmare. I cannot even fathom how horrifying it is to have someone so devoid of any goodness at all touch you. You must feel like a part of your soul was being stripped from you. Meghan once said that because she was copying a famous American woman, Mrs. Obama is a hugger and really genuine and warm. So, Meghan tried to copycat her and called herself a hugger so that she could prove to the royal family how much of a modern American woman she was. This is not her genuine nature. She finds famous role models and takes on their persona to rub the noses of the royal family in the fact that she's an American and irreverent about their rules and etiquette. Meghan's like the alien from the 90s teen thriller The Faculty, and the Sugars are her infected followers who behave like cult members. Us sinners are like Zeke, Josh Hartnett, and his posse of rebel high school kids in the black Pontiac GTO, who were the first ones to realize that harklefuckery is an extremely toxic phenomenon. It's a pity for the royal family and for Harry to have to put up with a psychopath like Meghan. The question is, why doesn't Harry annul this horrible marriage? I'm not understanding why the royal family doesn't direct Harry to go after an annulment. Meghan would lose her title, the Invisibles would lose their titles, and all three would be removed from the line of succession. Who would care about the Invisible once this happened? Here, an expert comments. An annulment assumes a marriage never took place. unlike a divorce, which recognized the former marriage. Generally, it's difficult to annul marriages. Assuming they live in California, there are time limits to prove fraud or coercion. 4 years. They're past that point. Other factors like bigamy won't apply to Harry and Meghan's situation. Further, even if Harry and Meghan were induced into the union, it would have to be material to the marriage. These cases are often difficult to prove and reserved for serious lies, as in someone marrying for immigration purposes. Assuming California would be the forum for divorce, it would be easier for them to file a post-nuptial agreement, possibly separate, although not needed in California, more for therapy purposes, and divorce. Conscious uncoupling, if possible. That would save both of them time, money, and nerves in the long run. Not legal advice, just taking through a hypothetical situation. Another commented, "I doubt the royal family would touch Harry and Meghan's divorce with a 10-foot pole for fear of being accused of meddling. In the long run, they might treat Harry like Andrew, pay him a stipend, but it's not in their interest to get involved at the outset of a split. Harry moved and doesn't have a home in the UK. It is a horrible marriage to us. I think we make too many assumptions as to how Harry and Meghan feel about their marriage. King Charles III isn't going to touch any of it. The monarchy dodged a bullet, having Harry and Meghan walk instead of hanging around stirring up trouble non-stop. There is zero reason for the king or any other family member to involve themselves in the Harkles' business. Harry's made it clear that he wishes to be independent, so the royal family doesn't owe anything to him or the children. Since the Sussexes live in California, the titles are meaningless. At best, the titles are a gift shop souvenir, a moment of better times. As long as they don't directly make money off them, the royal family won't bother to remove them. Parliament is different. As much as I would love to see them stripped of their perks, it's a dangerous precedent for the future monarchy. A rogue sovereign could weaponize this power against a noble who legitimately speaks out, moves for actually safety reasons, etc. Also, at present, it will look vindictive, create unnecessary press, and risk the dreaded racism accusations. What do you think about Meghan's unusual hugs, and why Harry hasn't dared to divorce her yet? We hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this newsletter. See you in the next videos. Goodbye.